Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I am the Caffeinated Crafter. Today is July the 10th, 2021, and this is my 9th Flosstube video. If you are new to my channel, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. I have a lot of things to share with you today regarding my stitching, and I hope that you enjoy the things that I have to share just as much as I have enjoyed stitching them so far. This channel was about diamond painting as well, but I've kind of stepped away from the diamond painting, and I will be basically just doing floss tubes for the foreseeable future. I am enjoying that a lot more right now. So let's get started. I'm going to start with my haul because I need to show you one thing in order to show you something else. So my haul, first thing I got was this tablet off of Amazon. Amazon did a Prime Day, and so I got a Kindle Fire. I think it's the Fire 8 for like $44 or something like that. I got it because I wanted to get Pattern Keeper back. I used to have it on my kid's tablet last year, and he broke it, just like he breaks just about every other electronic device in the house. So so I ended up getting this tablet. It is just for me, for my own. My kids can't touch it. And so I had to Google how to download the Google Play Store onto the Fire, because Amazon doesn't have the Play Store on their devices. So I did that, and then I got Pattern Keeper, and all is right with the world. So I have a few projects on here. I had to show you this. It's not really cross stitch related, but in a way it is, because I got Pattern Keeper. So then I did the wrong thing, hang on. Heaven and Earth Designs had their 50% off sale. So I bought a couple patterns. The first one is called Trick or Treat. It's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. The original artist is Randall Spangler. And this is, the stitch count is 625 by 890. I'm trying to center the picture so I can show you. Let me actually get it. There we go. So it's of a house on Halloween, and you have, let me try to hold this, there we go. You have the kids walking up to the front door to go trick-or-treating. There, if you're familiar at all with Randall Spangler, he always has little draglings. He actually has names for them, and I'm gonna have to go back on his Facebook page and find the post where he said what the names were, but they actually have names. There's the two little draglings there, and then you got the pumpkins here, a little kitty in the corner. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Little kitty in the corner. There's the draglings, right there, right there. And then got a witch up in the moon and some bats. So I really enjoy his artwork. There's 3 artists that I just love. 2 of them are on Heaven and Earth Designs, and one of them is on the CrossStitchStudio.com. So I got that. Oh, I almost dropped my tablet. So I got that pattern. And then the other one that I bought, I only bought 2. The other one I bought was Mini Sunset Lighthouse. And this is by, the artwork is by Dominic Davison. Wasn't this pretty? This is a miniature version of the piece. I believe that you can buy a larger version of it as well. This stitch count is 325 by 232. So I thought this was really pretty. I really enjoy stitching sunsets and architecture, lighthouses and houses, nature scenes. I really enjoy stitching those things, I've discovered, because I kind of lean towards those patterns, I've noticed. So yeah, so I bought those 2 off of Heaven and Earth Designs. And then I found something on Facebook Marketplace that I have been in search for a while now. I'm so excited. 101 Best Loved Designs by Cross Stitch and Crunchy Crafts. I bought it for one pattern in here. Well, it's really three, but you can put it into one. Amid Amish Life. I had the page saved and then I accidentally pulled the marker out, so I gotta find it real quick. I'm almost to it. I saw this book, somebody posted this on Facebook Marketplace for $30. Now, you can get it on Amazon, but it's like $75. And I saw this on Facebook Marketplace for $30. I think I just bumped my camera because I'm charging my phone right now. Sorry. She was selling it for $30. I messaged her. I was like, is it still available? She said yes. And I said, sold. So I bought it for this right here. I can't see. That. And then these two over here. You can stitch them. I'm trying to get so there's not a glare. I'm in my living room, so the light's coming through the window. You can stitch them each individually like these are, or you can stitch them all in one piece. The three things are hanging the quilts, visiting the neighbors, and tending the garden. So this one here is hanging the quilts. This one here in the middle is visiting the neighbors, and this one here is tending the garden. I follow LitStitch here on Flosstube, and he also has an Instagram account, and he is currently stitching this, and his is looking just beautiful, just beautiful. So I hope that when I do stitch this, that it will, I'm looking at myself again. I hope that when I do stitch this, that it looks just as nice as his does. It's just coming out just lovely. And he's about 3/4 of the way done with it, I think. The other thing that I wanted to show you guys, I don't know if I'm gonna stitch it or not, but the creepy kids, creepy boy and creepy girl. This girl and I have a history. When I was a youngin', she came out in one of their magazines, and I really wanted to stitch it because it was because you were supposed to stitch it on like even weave, and the eyes and the mouth are stitched 1/1. The rest of it's 2/2, and there's a few specialty stitches in her apron and her little pantaloon pant things. So I really wanted to stitch it because I had never done anything like that before. And then I think I like cut the fabric by accident, and I didn't know how to fix it. And that was like before the internet. So I didn't know who to go to fix it. And so I ended up just tossing it. But so I don't know if I'm going to stitch her or not for nostalgia purposes only. But I posted this on one of my groups on Facebook, and somebody said that they actually did stitch both of them, and they actually turned out really, really nice. So I might do them. There's a few other patterns in here that I wouldn't mind doing, but the one that I bought this book for was Amid Amish Life, and it was totally worth the $30 that I spent on this book. Totally worth it, because I'm so happy right now. All is right with the world. I have a couple other things that I bought. I am on the Facebook page for a needlework shop in Ocala that I've gone to before, and they are really cool. I like them a lot. And somebody that goes there posted a picture of this that they stitched. I gotta like slide over because I can't see what I'm showing you. This is Ocean ABC. This is a kit by Design Works. I've been trying to lean more towards actually buying the pattern and the fabric and the floss all separate and staying away from kits. But this was really cute. The artist is, hold on, I have the artist or the designer. Krista Hamrick is who designed this. But this picture right here does this no justice. She has, like everybody that saw it, that commented was like, oh my God, I want this so bad. I got this on Amazon. And so you have, you know, Lighthouse, starfish. Oh, netted star is what that is. Oh, sand dollar is S. So for every letter of the alphabet, you have something that's, you know, ocean, beach related. Oh, that's a dolphin. I was like, why is a shark up at the top? So, so anyway, yeah, I'm really excited about this one. I did one, I showed like on one of my first videos. Gracie, no. She's like clawing at the couch. Where it was another ABC sampler, and it was of like craft stuff. And I really enjoy stitching those types of things where it's like, you know, I've actually wanted to like make one myself because I couldn't find any anywhere. So I saw that on Amazon and I got it. And then I started looking to see if there was any other ABC sampler things. And I saw a Christmas one. So I got that. They came yesterday. They were supposed to come today and they came yesterday. So it was a nice surprise. So, God, what was I going to say? So yeah, you have a little Christmas themed thing for every letter of the alphabet again. Fruitcake. I hate fruitcake. And what I did not realize with this one, and this design, oh, this is also Krista Hamrick. Maybe I should look her up. She's done 2 of these. I wonder if she's done more. I need to Google her. She might have more. I love this type, these type of samplers. But what I didn't realize when I bought it was that it comes with beads, red and gold beads. And so I got a regular needle and a beading needle. And then the other, so I got to put that beading needle somewhere because I'm not going to realize what I got it for. And I'm going to end up like losing it. So I'm going to have to save that beading needle somewhere. The other thing I didn't realize was it also came with gold metallic floss. I've never stitched with metallic floss before. I've read that it is horrific, if you will. It is the floss of Satan. It's pretty, but I was like, why do I have 2? Why is there so much? And then I realized when I was looking at the pattern, because I was like, I gotta see where this is. I thought maybe it would accent something. Well, it sort of does. It outlines every single box, it's gonna like go out of focus now, but all those boxes, like outlines, you know what I'm talking about? Like the boxes, they're all gold metallic thread. That's a lot of metallic to stitch. So I've read some things about making your thing shorter and knotting it so it doesn't fall off the needle. But making the length shorter, because I usually stitch like when I do my floss, I like go to my elbow and then I bring it back up again because I do the loop start. So it gives me enough thread to work with. But I think I can't do that with this. Because if I do that, it's gonna like fray and break on me. So I've read a few things about it. I don't know. I don't have any kind of thread conditioner. I don't know if I really need it. I've also seen people that say they have no problem stitching with metallic thread. So I don't know. We'll see. So I got those. I actually do have one more thing, but it's not going to be here until like Monday. I think it's a kit. Yeah, because I would have gotten it already if it was a pattern only from Etsy. And it's like I'll show you next time. It's pretty. It's a Christmas one. I like Christmas stuff too. So that's all for my haul. It was a lot more than I thought it was going to be. So let's move on to my whips. Okay, so my plans that I talked about last video throw those out the window. Whatever I said, ignore what I said in my last Flosstube, because I did not do that whatsoever. I did start with one of the things that I said I was going to work on, and that was this. I didn't get very far with it. I got more of the saucer done and the handle and part of the top of the cup of this one here. But I put it down and walked away because it's black Aida and it's a pain in the butt stitching on black Aida. So I think it's one of those things where I may like do one of those 1 thread a day challenge things where you take like one color and you stitch with that length of thread until it's done, and then you put it away before you move on to something else. I might do that, and then because even though it sounds like it's not a lot, if you do that every day, I mean, you can get a lot of stuff done within like a month or so. So I put that down for a bit because black Aida is a pain to stitch on. So I put that down, and then another whip that I have, my next whip is Be Still by the Cross Stitch Studio. The stitch count is 979 by 737. It is ginormous. This is what it will look like. Let me do this so I can actually see. So beautiful. The artist, the original artist is Abraham Hunter. He's my third on my list of favorite artists. So Randall Spangler, Dominic Davison, and Abraham Hunter. They're three of my favorites. I'm stitching this on 22 count Hardanger. Hang on, this fabric is huge. And of course, what did I do? I folded it so that the part I want to show you was in the middle of the pile. So, and don't mind my parked threads, please. According to Pattern Keeper, I am 1.2% done with this, and but it's actually a little bit more because I don't have the purple stitches here. I don't have them marked in Pattern Keeper because I already had that when I got Pattern Keeper back, and I couldn't figure out where I was. So what I'm doing is I'm stitching in a diagonal. So I've started my next one, and then as I go down, I need to get like one of those boards that some of you guys have that you just like stick it on there and it like stays. Let me do this. So as I go down and I get to this portion here, down here, my plan will be to kind of work my way into that purple and then work this section here to fill all this in, and then I can just do diagonals going down. Look at that. Look how close this is. It is dangerously close, and this is like fraying because this is the section I've been working on the most. But I have plans to fix that. I'm going to either take it to my LNS or have my mom stitch some, sew some like muslin or something along the edge to extend my border out a bit, so that, because my problem is like when I'm up at the top here, either my hoop or my Q-snap end up pulling at these, and that's why it's like fraying. Well, it's also not serged, but I mean, it's like, that's why it's pulled up even more right there, because I was working on this section right here for a little while. But it's okay. It's okay. It'll get fixed. It will be okay. But I am stitching, like I said, on 22 count Hardanger. I wasn't worried about the color of this because it's full coverage, so you're not going to see the fabric anyway. But I'm stitching it 2/1 full cross, and I am kind of regretting that decision. I should have just done tent stitch or 1/1 because it is quite full, almost too full. But I put enough work into this. I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to do it. It's going to take me like 10 years to finish this thing, but it's all right. The nice thing about doing this was that I learned for my next large projects, I keep looking at myself. I learned for my next large projects to either, if I'm doing a small count, if I'm going to use 2 threads, to do 10th stitch 2/1, or do a larger count and do 2/1, if that makes sense. So yeah, but 2/1 full cross 22 count is the absolute max if it's going to be over 1 that I've realized that I can go. And like I said, I'm gonna finish it, but it's thick. It's thick where I've stitched. So let me put this over here. Oh, and so I got that at thecrossstitchstudio.com, and on their Facebook page, I'm gonna be working really hard at that this month, because on their Facebook page, they're having a 30-day challenge. And I believe at the end, whoever completes the challenge will get one of their patterns for $10. And the challenge is to stitch at least 30 minutes a day on whatever like you post an album with the mock-up of the pattern that you decided to work on. Mine is this. And you have to have at least 12 pictures by the end of the month. So usually about 3 pictures a week. I have 2 posted so far. So I gotta get my stitching time in on that today and post a picture today so I can get back on track with that. And then, yeah, so I'll be working on that quite a bit this month, so I can actually complete the challenge. I tried doing it last year when I first got the pattern, and that was when I had Pattern Keeper before, and then my kid broke the tablet, I lost Pattern Keeper, and then I got mad because I couldn't figure out where I was. I just bumped the camera, I'm sorry. Couldn't figure out where I was, and so I set it aside. And I haven't worked on this in like a year, so now I'm probably gonna be like 55 before I finish it. So anyway, moving on. My next one, I don't have a picture of what it's supposed to look like. I don't know what I did with it, but I think I'm far enough in this that you can figure it out, what it's gonna look like. This was a small Dimensions Gold Petite Kit. This is called Christmas on the Beach. I got this on Amazon. I got it last year. My stepdad gave me a gift card to Amazon, and I saw this and I thought it was cute, and so I got it. I was thinking it was gonna be super quick because it's only 5x7. I was like, oh, I'll stitch that up in like, no time. Not realizing it was a gold dimensions kit, so there's half crosses and there's like, a mixture of half and full crosses and like blended threads, and like this section up here, this top part was half cross, but with 4 threads. And then I'm trying to show you, like this right here, this is half cross and full cross, and it's the same color. And I mean, the idea is that it gives your piece dimension, hence the name Dimensions. I think that's why they do all this. But one thing I figured out when I was over here, this purple, there is half crosses and full crosses with the same color. And originally I started doing the half crosses, and then I was gonna go, and I got partway through it and I was like, wait, I tend to, in things like this, I tend to do a section in half cross and then go back and fill in the things. And I was like, wait, I'm not gonna know where I'm at if I do all the half cross symbols first, because it's all gonna be half crosses. So if that's how you work and you have something like this, what I would suggest is doing the full crosses with said color and then doing the half crosses, and then it's a lot easier. So all I have left to do is I need to finish this chair, finish the presents here, and do the sand over here, and then backstitch. And these spaces here, they're supposed to be there. These are going to be backstitched ornaments. So it's fairly close to being done. I'm hoping that I will get this done within the next month or two. I say month or two because of the back stitching. So there's that. And then my next WIP that I've been working on is from coolerdesign.com. This is Summer Sampler. Hey, Mr. Whiskers. The design is by Sandy Orton. This is Cooler with a K. There are 4 seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. I have all 4. I have not stitched all of them. This is the first one I've stitched. I had started the autumn one, but it got left at somebody's house that I'm not speaking to anymore, so that one's out the window. I'll just have to restart that one. This is where I'm at with it. So I completed the center. This is completely done. I decided with this, my approach with it was going to be doing one section at a time and completing it, like the cross stitch and the back stitch, and doing the entire section as I go, so that when I do the last section, I will be done. I don't have to go back and stitch anything else. And so it doesn't look completed because there's space here and here, but this feeds into another other pieces. Like down here is going to be the music, the sheet music for Star Spangled Banner, and then the top is a little camping thing. See? So I'm over here right now. So I have the cherry, the cherry border, and the little, I guess it's supposed to be a picnic blanket. I have the blanket done, so now I got to do the silverware and the picnic basket, like piece of a picnic basket, and then backstitch that stuff. These cherries and leaves were such a pain. I did not enjoy those in the slightest. If you do stitch these, I am stitching this on 28 count. I think it's 28 count, like tea-dyed linen. I'm not really sure. My mom bought the fabric for me as like a Christmas present. And let me get my needle back on my needle minder. I got my needle minder at Peppermint Purple off her website. But this is 28 count and it's all wrinkly, sorry. But I'm not really sure what color the fabric is, or where my mom bought me like 4 pieces, but now I need to get another one because of that one that I got left over at somebody's house. So I think my plan with this is, once I finish this right here, I think I might move up to this, or I might move over here and do the sunflower piece. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided yet what I want to do. Yeah, so that's that. The one I've seen, the winter one stitched. My nose is like really itchy, sorry. I've seen the winter one stitched, and I have not seen the spring one yet. So if anyone knows if somebody stitched the spring sampler, then let me know, because I would like to see what that looks like. But yeah, and then LitStitch he's done the winter one, and then he is currently doing the autumn one, and then I'm doing summer. So I'd like to see the spring. All right, so my next WIP is the Butterflies and Bees Stitch Sampler. This is out of Just Cross Stitch magazine. This was in their 2020 editions. This is what it will look like. Each issue throughout the year gave you 2 blocks. So this was February, April, June, August, October, and then December. So this is what it'll look like when it's done. I am almost done with it. I just have to finish that last block and then do those last 2. What I really enjoyed about this one is that there's specialty stitches in each block, ranging from lazy daisies to Algerian eyelets, square stitch, open herringbone. Right now, this down here, this is a queen stitch. Some of the stitches I've done before, some of them I have not. And so I've really enjoyed working on this one. And what I'll do is when I'm all done, I will write down what each of the specialty stitches were, and I'll kind of go over that in a little bit more detail. So there's that one. I'm really close to that one being done. I think that will be done in the next month or two as well. And that's it for my whips, and I do have a new start. The start is one of the Heaven and Earth designs that I bought, the mini Sunset Lighthouse. I started this because I was thinking about what fabric I had, and I had this roll, like 30 by 36 roll of 14 count Aida, and which I don't know why I have it, because I don't usually stitch on 14 count Aida, but I had it, and I was like, I think that little stitch will fit on it. And, oh, hey, Gracie Lou. And it does. So, and I had pretty much all the floss I needed to start it. So I started, and so this is stitched on 14 count, where is it? 14 count Aida, 2/1, obviously. Well, I'm using 2 threads, full cross. This is where I'm at. I started in the upper left-hand corner. Come on. Put back up. Zoom in. So I'm up here right now, and I'm working in diagonals again. So I have that so far, so I have to finish that diagonal right there. And I'm doing diagonals of 20 stitches across instead of 10. So yeah, that was my new start. And I'm really enjoying stitching on that as well. It's really pretty, and I quite like it. And going from that 22 count to the 14 count, whoo, easy on the eyes. So let's talk about my plans, even though they'll probably change as soon as I say this. My plans will be to continue working on the Sunset Lighthouse, and I have to do my July challenge for Be Still. And I would like to try to finish the Butterfly and Bee sampler. And I want to work on, like all the whips that I have right now, I am really enjoying. I want to stitch on all of them all the time. So I'm taking that as a good sign. Gracie Lou. I'm taking that as a good sign, and I am going to continue with all of them. And I think I'm going to go ahead, and I was going to do a rotation, but I've realized that when I work on one piece for too long, it gets monotonous no matter how pretty it is. So I decided for like, but I do need a rotation, because I get another Flosstuber, I think it was LitStitch, talked about this, decision fatigue, where I was like, oh God, what, there's so many choices, what do I do? So I think what I will do is I will come up with a game plan. 1, 2, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 right now. 5. Well, 6 if you count that latte one. I'm kind of not really digging it right now, so I might put that one up for a bit. So I have 5 right now. I think that might be okay, but I may add in another one. I mean, that's 5 that I'm actively working on. I mean, you guys, if you've seen my whip parade, you know I have a crap ton that I haven't worked on in a hot minute. But I think I'm gonna continue working on all of these, but I'm gonna have do like a little calendar and do like, okay, like, you know, Sunday will be my day to do my 30-minute challenge on Be Still, And I'm also going to work on, you know, like my Heaven and Earth one. And then Monday will be my 30-minute challenge for Be Still. And then I'm also going to work on the Butterfly and Bee Sampler. I think that way I can keep everything like rotating through, get progress on everything within a week, and not feel like I'm leaving anything behind. And depending on how much time I have, maybe what I will do with the latte one is do like the one thread challenge. Like, it's not like a challenge that's going around, but I mean, like, you know, you take like one thread, you know, and you stitch with that thread until it's done, and then you can move on to your next project. And maybe by doing that, I will get progress on that too. Because my threads are kind of long, like they're like from here to here, because I do this and I come back up, and then I have a good amount of thread because I do the loop start. So those, and then I might go ahead, I'm gonna hold off on that Christmas ABC one because I'm kind of nervous about working with that gold metallic. But I may go ahead and start this one because it's just like really, really cute. It's really, really cute. And I really, really want to stitch it. So I might go ahead and start that one. The other thing that I will absolutely start is, let me go back so I can pull this up. And I did the wrong thing. I pulled up the pattern, not the PDF. View PDF. The other thing that I will absolutely start is this one when I get the fabric. I just turned my tablet off. Jeez. Oh, Jen. There we go. Honeymoon Sunset. This is from thecrossstitchstudio.com. The artwork is by Abraham Hunter. It is gorgeous. I absolutely fell in love with this piece. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's got like some of my favorite things. It's got you know, the lighthouse and the house. It's got a little gazebo over here. Let me zoom in so you can see this a little better. Little gazebo over here, and the sunset. It's got the beach scene that I just love. And then, you know, a little campfire, well, with some chairs. And it's going to be pretty big too. Not as big as Be Still, but this stitch count is 869 by 649. And I ordered fabric from my LNS, Brick City Cross Stitch in Ocala, Florida. And I ordered the 25 count easy grid. It's the pre-gridded fabric. 25 count easy count Lugana, I think it's called. So I'm waiting for that to come in. She ordered it right before the 4th of July. So I'm expecting that to come in the next like couple weeks. Well, come to her shop. And then depending on when it comes, I told her to email me when it shows up, because if it comes and it's approaching a weekend that I don't have my boys, I will just drive up there and get it. Or if it's when I'm going to have my kids, I will probably just have her mail it to me. I don't know. We'll see. I told her to email me when it got there, and I would figure out if I wanted to drive up there to get it. I'm kind of worried about driving up there, though, because the last time I drove up there, I bought stuff for 3 projects. So yeah, so when that shows up, when I get that fabric, I am absolutely going to put everything else down and start that one, because I really love that pattern. So yeah, I think that's about it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And I think that's about it. Oh, and when I start the Honeymoon Sunset, I'm going to be stitching that one in a diagonal as well. I plan on doing 2/1 tent stitch on that. It'll use less floss. It will go a lot faster, and it will be way easier than doing full crosses. It won't be so bulky. I learned my lesson with Be Still. I'm going to finish it, but I'll learn my lesson. Not full cross. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed what I had to show you today. And if you liked what you saw, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so that you can be notified to when I post a new video. And I think that's about it. So my cat says bye. My other cat's looking out the window. But I will see you in my next video. Take care, everybody. Bye.